G'day guys, how's it going? Well, tonight we're going to have a bit of a look inside the box of the Trumpeter 1/350th scale HMS Zulu destroyer 1941. This is the Australian Forces Insignias edition, which are included in this kit, and one of the reasons why I bought it. The length of the kit 328.3mm, beam 15.9mm, plastic parts 250 plus. So quite a few bits for a little model. The HMS Zulu was a tribal class destroyer, and it was commissioned around 1937. It was built in Glasgow, and they were quite a capable little ship. The HMS Zulu, when it was first deployed, it went to the Mediterranean. It was based in Malta. In 1941, it came back for a refit. Had a few things done to it, a bit of extra armament done, some radar, depth charges, a few things modified to improve it, and it took part in hunting down the Bismarck. On the box art down here in this corner is actually a picture of the Bismarck under attack. So it's quite a dramatic bit of box art. We've got some flares going up and everything. The Zulu then was sent back to the Mediterranean to destroy Italian convoys, and that it did with great success and heroism. But unfortunately, during one of these daring raids, the mighty Zulu was hit by Italian coast batteries, and then it was also hit by Italian aircraft that was then taken under tow by a couple of other English ships. Crew transferred off, and it was taken under tow to recover the vessel. Unfortunately, whilst in tow, she was hit again by the Italian Air Force. The first hit earlier on struck the boiler room. That's why she was in tow. It had about 12 crew left on. I think they took most of the crew off. But unfortunately she was hit again during the day by the Italian Air Force, turned turtle, and I think they lost 12 crew, 27 missing, presumed dead, and that was the end of the Zulu. And what a mighty little ship she was. So we'll have a look at the box, run for a few parts. This is take two for me, guys. I do apologise. The parts are unbagged. I did do a review before, but it was crap, and hopefully this effort will be a little bit better. So yeah, we'll get away, get this boxing under. Before we go, there's a bit of history about the ship. On the sides, we've got just the normal Trumpeter bits and pieces. No painting guide or anything like that. And nearly knocked the light out again, which I did last time. So we'll take a few things out of here first. We'll go straight for the goodies. Yes, almost like Jeremy Clarkson. So I'll move this out of the way here a little bit. This is a one-piece hull. We have got a few little marks on here from the moulding process. Nothing, it's hardly anything. A few swipes of the sanding stick, a bit of wet and dry, she's gone. The hull is perfectly warp free, flash free. It really is a beautiful one piece hull, I'll have to say. I'm not a ship person, but that's pretty good. I do like that. So that is the hull. I'll set that down the box. Now we'll go for Sprue C. Sprue C is the some of the upper structure some funnel caps, I think, some lifeboats, bit of railing, some of the gun positions. I have seen there's an ejector pin mark, and I've got to get a pointy stick like Frankie Day. I've got a pointy stick like that for Frankie Day, and I'd have one like that for Steve Mottram. But in all seriousness, ejector pin mark there, but that looks like that'd be quite easy to get out. No injector pin marks on any other of the surfaces. Some really nice detail. I don't know whether you might be able to see it or not. I hope it might zoom in if I put my hand behind it. Probably not. But on these doors around the superstructure, there's moulded in latches and locks, and I think that's quite well done. It'll look good. Those who want to add extra photo etch to this later on, and I'm sure the manufacturers will add extra photo etch, but I think that'll be quite fine and will look good with a wash over it. It'll come up quite well. So that is Sprue C. Now we've got two sprues here which are the same, and I've undone one as you can see before, but what I'm liking about Trumpeter these days is this foam here. Now underneath these bits of foam is some very, very delicate parts. They're both the same on each side. I've unwrapped one, so this is Sprue B. These are both a generic double sprue which comes with your lifeboats, the guns, your locking, stowage lockers on the deck, life rafts, lifeboat davits, prop screws, etc. But in there, I'd have to say a very big thumbs up to Trumpeter, because they've done an extremely good job of protecting very small detail. And if manufacturers do that the same, then I'll be absolutely torn. That's just really, really good value. So well done, Trumpeter. It's good to see a manufacturer doing something on a kit that's not a $100 kit. I paid about $40 odd for this one at my local hobby shop in Hobart, which was McCann's. You've got to support your local hobby shop every now and then. So we've got the front deck section. There's no timber moulding. I'm pretty sure these warships were steel decked or laminate over the top, but the detail's really, really nice. We have holes in here for the chain to run through. The nameplate, which would come up if you're building the Zulu, would come up quite well for a just careful painting. This, when I first undid it, I thought Trumpeter, I thought it was damaged in the box, but it's moulded like that. So I don't know if they've moulded like that so it actually lays down in the packaging and doesn't get damaged, so it's sort of laying on a bit of an angle to help protect it. Nothing's broken around it. There's maybe a little stress mark on the sprue gate, but apart from that, it's quite good. We have got moulded in ladders here on this area, but if you got yourself a generic 1/350th kit, there has got photo etch ladders in it, but I don't know whether they're that part of the kit, so we'll look at that a bit later. But that's Sprue E. That looks all very nice, all flash free. The points here for removing the parts are quite fine. They're not thick. They're very, very fine points, so that's another plus, that they'll come off quite easily. And no, they're looking good. Injector pin marks all on the bottom. Okay, so this is Sprue D. It's upside down, Miss Jane. Sprue D is the rear deck funnels. It's a quad mount of anti-aircraft guns or something. I think they are, might be pom-poms or 40mm. We've got the prop shafts, steam pipes, funnels, and it's all very, very good. You've got the braces for the propeller shafts. The deck is really, really nice, no warping, straight as a die. Not a problem at all. It's really, really good. Instead of this is take 2 on the video. The second time I've looked at it looks better than last time. So I don't know whether you could just see that. Have a bit of a quick look, but it's all very nice. I don't know if it's too dark or not for you guys. Sorry, but it's very, very nice. Very, very nice. I'll just move this light over a little bit. Actually, we might be able to get a bit more daylight on the subject. So that's good. So that's Sprue D. The stand is I just left in the bag. It's full of injector pin marks, but you know, a bit of sanding up. It's only flat. You could use it, or you could build your own stand. Be a bit adventurous. The decal sheet is this is for the Zulu itself. Trumpeter decals have no problem. I'm going to leave that one sealed up because I don't like to undo my decals until I use them. Now, this is what I also like. This is a little bit of a photo-etch thread, so we've got a few ladders. There's some more ladders there. We've got some hand railing, some funnel caps, some anchor chain, a radar, and a few bits and pieces. But what I like about this, I don't know whether you guys can see it or not, Trumpeter has put a plastic film. I've never seen it before. I might be a bit behind the times, but there's a plastic film so it holds everything together. Nothing's going to get marked, and I think that's a fantastic idea as well. So be congratulated. This is the other thing that came all wrapped up as well. So, and this is what I been liking about this. The parts are very well looked after, and so we have the, like I think they call slide mold technology masks. They're unbroken, perfectly straight. Well done, Trumpeter. A couple of injected pin marks in a few spots underneath. Nothing you couldn't fix or hide. And that's Sprue F, and I'm just really blown away by the extra care, a bit of packaging. Been building a couple of airfix kits lately, and everything just seems to get thrown in one bag, and I just don't like that. So I've had some breakage issues. We will have a look. The colour callouts, the painting and marking guide for HMS Zulu 1941. So we've got colour callouts for Mr. Hobby, Vallejo, Model Master, Tamiya and Humbrol. Pretty straightforward. You've got, let me have a look, navy blue for the hull, deck blue, tan, gold, cocoa brown and tire black is the main call out colours for that, so it should be pretty easy to do. Only one little bit of deck session there, so I'd say the rest is all armoured or laminated or linoleum deck. So nice glossy paper. The only other gripe I've got about this is because the box is a bit small and the instructions are quite big. They've been folded, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. So, once I see if I can get this straight out a bit more. HMS Zulu instruction sheetski. Virtually just a bit of a rundown, telling you to thoroughly read the instructions, look after yourself, just some call outs for what they want you to do, and decal application. We have got the sprue layout as we went through before, and may I say, nice and clear, can't go wrong with that at all. So we go on to the construction. So it starts with the hull, the propeller shafts, the props, the rudder. Telling you to make a couple of holes there for a few bits and pieces that might have to go into it. at a later stage, which is, looks like part B41 down here. Tells you to make the stand. Starting to make the armament torpedo tubes. Photo-Etch is clearly called out for the depth charge racks. Lockers, stowage, all going on there. The bow gun is going in, that turret. Photo-Etch chains, a few bits and pieces like that, nice and clear. On 4 here, we continue on by putting lockers and stowage in on the deck. Some more of the battery, the main gun batteries there, the torpedo tubes, etc. going in. And I think it should be pretty easy, I'm not too sure, but the deck and everything be able to be painted. It looks like it'll go good enough together, but we'll find out when I start building it. We might be able to paint it in sub-assemblies and carefully assemble it. But good colour call out for the, as we go, telling you Photo-Etch. I haven't seen any colour call out, that's what I meant to say, so there's nothing there at the moment telling you what to paint and how to paint. It's telling you make a few holes here for the Photo-Etch, and it's going to look quite good, nice and tidy. The Photo-Etch will just add a little bit of touch, extra touch. We're going on adding rails, ladders, etc. I don't say it says anywhere here you should be removing the old ladders. I can't see it saying to remove the old ladders off some of these sections. So one thing to look out for, it's saying adding the Photo-Etch ladders, but the ladders are moulded onto some of these parts, so you might just have to carefully sand and remove those away, but just check your references. So we've got more Photo-Etch going on. We've got the funnels, we've got the steam pipes, we've got the whistle, maybe? I'll have to ask Frankie Day that. We've got some pom-poms and shields out of Photo-Etch. Everything's still looking really, really good here. Nice, easy to follow. Bit more Photo-Etch going on for the railings. There's still no call out for removing the moulded in ladders, but that's something you'll have to just take care. I was showing you now how to make some more folding for ladders. So we've got the basic whole superstructures going on. Funnels going on, masts, your other little Photo-Etch assemblies, and that's it. Very clear which way is the fronty and which way is the backy, so you don't get mixy-uppy which way the boat's facing. And just the final page, lifeboats, lifeboat davits, little life rafts, and that's about it. That's 2 things I picked up now looking at it the second time over. Is one, it's not telling you to remove some of the moulded in ladders to replace them with the etch. 2, there's not enough Photo-Etch in this kit to do the full railing around the outside. So you'd probably, if you wanted to do that, and I think it would look better if you've gone to the trouble of doing that, is to probably buy yourself a 1/350th Royal Navy generic 3-bar railing. The only other gripe I've got with this kit is there's no rigging diagram. There's a little bit of rigging to do on these ships. I've been watching, again, Mr. Frank Day's channel. He's been building the Blue Jacket destroyer, the mighty USS Ward, and there's a lot of rigging. You might not think there's a lot of rigging. You don't have to put the rigging on. I do. I like it. But that's the only gripe that I've got at the moment, is just a couple of things to remove some ladders. We haven't got the extra rails around the outside, and we've got no rigging diagram. So a little bit of research with you. The box art does show a little bit of rigging, but not quite enough. So the next bit we'll do here is, this is the Australian version. This is the little piece which comes in, and I still can't read. Ronin Graphics Australia with a little kangaroo on there. This is a photocopy that comes with the kit with these decals, which are quite nicely printed. Decals feel maybe a little bit thick, very glossy, but yeah, it looked good, and we can build an Australian warship out, so we don't want to be too fussy, and I don't want to go knocking any Australian business either, so yeah, good on you guys for doing this anyway. But in here, and this is where my history lesson, I should be ashamed of myself, but we've got 3 versions here of 3 Australian private class destroyers: the HMS Arunta, the HMS Warmarunga, and the HMS Bataan. Warmarunga I have heard about, and the Bataan I have heard about. I know the Arunta was still under construction in 1941, I think, from memory. But yeah, these are a good little ship. They serve the Royal Australian Navy with distinction, and it's good to see some kit manufacturers actually giving the Aussie guys a bit of attention out of the box, so I appreciate that's very good. But anyway, there we have it. The mighty Zulu, HMS Zulu, and seems to have done a fantastic job. So, and I think, and I'm not being a big ship model, I'm just putting everything back as I go, because I don't want to get anything knocked around. I think you should do yourself a multi-Meldrum, do yourself a favour, and go out and get one. Because I think it's going to be an absolutely wonderful little kit to build, and it'll look good on anyone's display shelf. So, in saying that, it's time to say goodnight, boys and girls. So remember, be good, model hard, God bless you, and with a little bit of effort, you can get a good result out of an old kit. Thank you very much.